Alright, hi everybody. Thanks for joining TamaraBowling.com exclusive interview. Today we're speaking with professional bowler Jason Belmonte. Jason, welcome. Thanks for joining us from down under. How you doing?
G'day, how are you? Thanks for having me, and it is wonderful down under here.
Great, great. So where do we begin? So the 2011-2012 season, 3 PBA wins, a third place finish at the US Open and Tournament of Champions, a fourth place at the World Championship, not to mention a ninth place at the USBC Masters. Then there are the other numbers, so third in average behind Sean Rash and Mike Fagan, and second in points only to Sean Rash. So what a year.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic year. I'm very proud, very happy of it, and the thing that I am most proud of is obviously the 3 wins, with only I think 13 events that I bowled, or that were, I think that's 14 in total for the season. To win, 3 of them, taking advantage of being in that championship match, I was really happy with that. And then, of course, to make the show in 3 majors was really impressive. I hadn't made a major in my career up until this season, and then a major show, and then to make 3 of them, and then 9th in the Masters. Very, very happy. I'm very, very proud of my efforts.
Yeah, great. So, is it a silly question to say the season met your expectations?
Oh no, it definitely exceeded them. Yeah, definitely exceeded my expectations, and you'll have to forgive my hairdo. As I'm looking in this this video box, I just realised it's a little late here, and I didn't really do it. But
no worries.
it definitely exceeded my expectation. Like I said, there were a very limited amount of events. The formats were very short. The competitors are very fierce, and to come away with 3 wins, 3 major TV shows, plus a record amount of television shows for the season. In my career, there's no way I could have ever have expected that. I just I worked my behind off in the off season, and I kind of put it all into play during the season.
Yeah, great. So, would you consider this a dream season? It sounds like it is, or would that have required a major win for you to kind of tick all the boxes off, so to speak?
It's really difficult to have a dream season because, I'm an extremely competitive person, and I don't like to lose. So the dream season would be 14 events for 14 wins. That's the dream season. That's the one where you can walk away saying, I'm unbeatable. And, I think everyone out there should have that drive to want to be unbeatable. And as far as I'm concerned, I exceeded my expectations, but there's another season in me better than this one. And, I think if you can have that attitude every year and improve yourself, as each season goes by, you'll have a pretty good career by the end of your career.
Yeah. So I think it was a fantastic season by any measure, and probably a breakout season in terms of your career. Do you think this season kind of put you on the map in terms of the elite world bowlers?
It's a really good question. I've kind of been, because of style, I think I've been labelled like a one-hit wonder, kind of a gimmick. I'll be here for a couple of years and then I'll disappear into the shadows. And every season I've been on tour now 3 full seasons, and the first time I think I finished like 10th or 9th in the points. The season after I finished 4th, and then this season I finished 2nd. And hopefully the trend continues next year and the year after, and I get to number 1. And I think I'm trying to prove to a lot of people, a lot of critics more so, and I have my entire career, but I don't want to be considered a two-handed bowler. I don't want to be considered the best two-handed bowler. To me, that really means very little. I want to be considered, amongst everyone. I want to be the best bowler in the world. I want to be considered one of the best bowlers. And I think once people look past the style and realise that I'm still throwing the ball from behind the foul line, I've still got to knock over the same 10 pins like everyone else. And I guess just critique me on how I do that and how many times and how well I can do that. Then, for me, that's the key to it all.
Okay. So, the Player of the Year race itself, right? I mean, it seems to be a kind of a 3-horse race between yourself, Sean Rash, and Mike Fagan. I know Mike Fagan on TV said, he's a stats guy in his TV interview. So the $1 million question to you, I mean, how do you think your statistics position you in the Player of the Year race?
I'm never been confident. I think when it comes down to a vote, you never know how everyone looks at certain things. But the one thing that was in my control was I had the ability to make the best case possible for myself this season. If you wanted to look at stats, I mean, the big one for me is the 3 Ws. Between Sean and Michael, yes, they have a major, and I think the question remains, is 3 wins greater than 1 major win? And it's a really tough call, especially when you add in the fact that I made the show on 3 other majors, so it's not like I struck in the majors, and plus I finished 9th, and if you compared the other guys who are looking there, not all of them had a fantastic season all the way through. They had a couple of tournaments where things didn't go their way. So I felt consistently wise. I was always in the hunt, and the three wins definitely set me apart from those 2 guys. But I mean, I tell you what, my season this year, considering how short it was, to actually have 2 rivals vying for the Player of the Year shows the talent that there is on tour right now. To make the show in 3 out of 4 majors, 9th in the other one, and win 3 times and not be guaranteed the Player of the Year is pretty special. I mean, it shows you the depth that the PBA Tour have, and it definitely shows that both Rash and Fagan had phenomenal years themselves.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think this season definitely demonstrated the depth that the players in the PBA. So I think it was fantastic. Earlier in the season, you also made some fireworks with the 21st ever televised 300 in the World Championship Mike Albee division. Can you take us through the motions and the emotions as it was all happening to you?
On the day, I tried to keep myself very subdued and relaxed because I know what happens to your body after you've shot 300. You do get a little excited, and especially doing it on TV. I didn't want to let my emotions get in the way because I still had one more match against Kretzer before I made it through to the final. So I wanted to make sure that I was going to win that match before I kind of got too excited, which is it was a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, I'm glad I kept everything together because obviously it helped me to win the next match. But at the same time, I watched the video and I just wanted to jump around and run through the crowd and high five people or slide along the lane or do something crazy because the chances of doing that again in your career are so slim. So to actually take an advantage of that situation, I really wish I could have just screamed and hollered out to everyone. But as it turned out, I had to keep it all in. And then when you win the match, it's hard to express jubilation from the game before, in the current game. So I think for me, I was happy it happened in the second game because it definitely proved to me that, under heavy and high stress situations, I can keep it together and go on to win the next match.
Yeah, and I know we've seen it plenty of times on TV where there's a letdown after that 300. So I think it was great that you were able to kind of keep it together and take that round. So that was fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna wish you best of luck in the Player of the Year race. I obviously have a great chance and two fierce competitors, with you. So best of luck with that.
Thank you for watching Timer Bowling Video Ball Reviews.